Shalom. Right, a really interesting lesson filled with some fantastic gematria. It's looking at the relationship between Moshe and Yeshua, both aspects of the Moshiach of YHVH. And this particular lesson is entitled Moshe, the Man of God. Let's go have a look. Okay, so we have this phrase, Moshiach Ha-Elohim, Moshe the Man of God. It comes to 747 plus 117 ordinally. Together they come to 864. 117 is Yeshua filled. So each letter of the name Yeshua, the Yud, the Shin, the Vav, and the Ayin, filled as it would be as it sounds. So Yud, Shin, Vav, Ayin. Okay, so we straight away we see a relationship between Moshe and between Yeshua, but it's not the only one. Okay, so we've got Yeshua Hanotzri. Okay, this is a very common way that Yeshua is described in rabbinical Judaism. Notzri is a Christian. Okay, it's the name given to not Christians are Notzrim, or Christianity is Notzrim, and it's Yeshua Hanotzri. This is the Hebraic term to describe Yeshua as a Christian. Okay, so it comes to 747. It's also got an ordinal of 126, which is significant. We will have a look at that. Together, they come to 873. We'll come across this later. So just to bear that in mind, this is actually a biblical term as well. It means really one who guards. Okay, so a Notzri is somebody who guards, safeguards. Moshe Ben Amram, so Moshe, the son of Amram, who was his father, also comes to 747. So we can see through this concept of Moshe being the man of God, the Moshiach of YHVH, there's a connection to Yeshua this way, and also in this way. And there again we've got the 117. So Moshe Ben Amram is exactly the same as Moshe the man of God, both regularly. This is the regular gematria, and the ordinal gematria is exactly the same. Hence, this also is exactly the same as this. Bear in mind these two numbers, however, because we will come back to that. Very important concept. So we've got this Moshiach Ben Yosef. We talk about Yaakov having an extra Vav in his name in the Tanakh 5 times, and David has multiple occasions when he's got an extra Yud in his name. Okay, Yosef is never spelt with an extra Yud in the actual Tanakh, however, or the Torah. However, Yosef is also used as a verb within the Tanakh and within the Torah, and it means in additional to, or to add to, and things like that. So there's many times where this actual name is within the Torah, Yosef, and sometimes it's actually next to the name, the corrected spelling for David. I've come across this in my teachings before. It's very significant, but it's not explicitly spelled as the name Yosef, but it is explicitly spelled this way as the verb for Yosef. So I have put this together because I've done both the gematria for Moshiach Ben David with the additional Yud and Moshiach Ben David without the additional Yud, and I did also the gematria for the same for Moshiach Ben Yosef in this way, adding to his name the additional Yud as it is written many times in Tanakh. So we've got Moshiach Ben Yosef comes to 576 plus 126 ordinally, and we can see there's a connection to that. It also, if we add to it the name Yosef spelt this way with the additional Yod, it comes to 868, which is 2 times 434. 434 is Moshiach Ben David spelt with the additional Yod. Okay, so that the additional Yud that we talked about, Moshiach Ben Yosef spelt this same way, and with the additional Yod also comes to, well, 2 times that, with plus the ordinal and plus the actual just the spelling out of Yosef. And I do this combination for all of the concepts of Moshiachim, Moshiach Ben David and Moshiach Ben Ephraim. So in this case, it actually comes to 2 times 434. So this is again an indication that Moshiach Ben Yosef is a revelation of Moshiach Ben Yosef, and the truth regarding Moshiach Ben Yosef and the rectification that Moshiach Ben Yosef is going through in this process of exile, the 2,000 years of exile, in order for us to restore our faith in the name YHVH. We can see that is very much linked to a revelation of Moshiach Ben David, because Moshiach Ben David regularly comes to 434. This number comes up all the time in my teachings. Okay, so this is another very interesting concept. Ha'adam le-nefesh Chayah, and the man became a living soul. This is from Genesis 2:07. It's 533 regularly, 110 ordinally, and 110 is the exact ordinal of Yeshua HaMoshiach. This comes to 643. This is the most significant number when it comes to revealing the truth about Moshiach Ben Yosef. That in turn reveals a revelation of Moshiach Ben David. Okay, because it is exactly the same regularly as may his name be erased in his memory. And this is the way that Moshiach Ben Yosef is cursed from within rabbinical Judaism. He's called Yeshua, and it means may his name be erased in his memory, because the initial letters, the Yod, the Shin and the Vav, spell Yeshu, the derogatory way in which Yeshua is named by the rabbis at this time. Okay. Another very important indication, though, that this is related to the concept of Moshiach Ben Yosef is when he knows to reject bad and choose good. This is from Isaiah 7:15. This is a highly messianic text. It's talking about him eating butter and honey, and this is absolutely pointing to a revelation of the Moshiach. It comes to 1111, which is a very significant number. It's related to Melech Yisrael. The Mispah Gadol of Melech Yisrael comes to this 1111. I've put C over, but we're not going to see over. 175 is the ordinal. The 175 is one of the fillings out, the ordinal filling out of Yisrael. Together they come to 1286, the regular and the ordinal, and that is 2 times 643, exactly the same as may his name be erased in his memory, and the man became a living soul. Okay, more connections. We've got the cup of blessing, Kos Shel Bracha, and that comes to 643 also, 112. Together they come to 755. 112 is very important. Gematria is related to until Shiloh comes. That ordinally comes to 112, and it's also the name YHVH Elohim. That comes to 112, and that's the unity that we're trying to attain. The unity between body and soul, between heaven and earth, between Israel and the nations, between Yaakov and Esav. Okay, it's all one concept. This is what will bring about the blessings, this unity between essentially two opposites. Okay, and this is where it ties in very much to the concept of Moshiach Ben Yosef, because Yosef made himself known. Yosef made himself known to his brothers. He revealed himself from his state of hiddenness. It comes to 643, so we can see these links to all these concepts we've been talking about. The man became a living soul, which links us up to Moshe and everything. Okay, let's have a flick through. Next one. We'll see how these are related back to what we went to. Okay, it's got a Mispah Gadol. What's got a Mispah Gadol? The phrase, the man became a living soul, from Genesis 2:07, this mem is, instead of being 40, we replace So we take 40 off this number and add back 600 for the Mispah Gadol of the mem letter, because the mem is on the end of a word, it changes its form from this is the normal open mem to a closed mem, and because of that we can give it a different number, what's called the big numbering, the Mispah Gadol. So the mem, instead of being 40, becomes 600, and with that we get a Mispah Gadol of Ha'adam Lenefesh Chayah, the man became a living soul, of 1093. If we add the 533 regular for the man became a living soul and the ordinal, i.e. this number here, to the Mispah Gadol, it comes to 1736, which equals 4 times 434, and it's obviously connected here as well. It's 2 times Moshiach Ben Yosef, spelt this way. Okay, so there's a definite connection between the man became a living soul and the concept of Moshiach Ben Yosef and the concept of Moshiach Ben David. Okay, if we add a Kalel to this, however, the 1736, if we add a Kalel that represents Alufo Shal Holam, we're adding an Aleph, because Yod He Vav He is hidden in absolutely everything, and because of that we can always add an Aleph to represent him. It comes to 1737, and this is what links us back up, because we'll see here Moshe, we've got here Moshe Ben Amram comes to 864. Okay, Yeshua Hanotzri comes to 873, and if we add them together they come to 1737, which is this number here, which is the ordinal, the regular, and the Mispah Gadol of the man became a living soul. There are absolutely no coincidences. The unity of Moshe and Yeshua together absolutely and totally reveal Moshiach Ben David in the rectified spelling of Moshiach Ben David. With that, I will say Shalom.